I take it that you've clicked on this video because you're feeling a little bit lost. You're feeling like you don't really know the next path to take in your life, or maybe you're just a little bit unsure of where to go in life and you're just looking for some life advice from someone that's a little bit older than you, or maybe you're the same age, or maybe you're a bit older than me. I'm 42 and I'm a mum to 4 children and a dog. I've been a mum for 20 years as well because my eldest is 20. I've also got a nearly 16-year-old boy, and then I've got 8-year-old twins as well. And I've been through quite a few things in my life as well. So I've got some life skills to share with you today. And these are the things that I've learned along the way. I've put a lot of changes in my life in the last 2 years to make my life so much better. And let's get started, shall we? The first thing that I've had a massive wake-up call over is you don't have to change your appearance depending on what social media says is beautiful or trendy. Honestly, the idea of beauty has changed so much since I was a teenager. Pamela Anderson was all over my brother's wall when I was a teenager. Like, things have changed so much, haven't they, over time? And it's always depending on what society says is beautiful. And a lot of reason for this is because beauty brands want to sell their makeup products, or they want to sell their hair care products, or they want to sell certain clothes. And honestly, these companies are making money off of you because they're making you feel like you need to buy these products to make yourself more beautiful. And I do love makeup, but to be honest, I wear what I want to wear, what I feel like I look good in. I don't try to chase the next best trend, or I don't put loads of makeup on to try and make my face look different to what it is now. You honestly don't need a ton of makeup to change your face just because society says you have to. I like to look as natural as possible, so I will only put a very small amount of makeup on, just mainly to cover my dark spots because I've got quite a few sunspots, that's through aging. So if you're feeling this way and you constantly feel like you need to cover your face because you're seeing things on social media, I would highly suggest unfollowing pages on places like Instagram and TikTok. Lots of these girls that do these makeup product reviews and do these videos are highly filtered anyway, and that's probably not what they look like in real life because they are just wearing tons and tons of makeup just to get you to buy those products. I love the fact that both of my nieces, who are nearly 18 and 21, don't wear makeup, and honestly I just find them so beautiful the way that they are. So you do not need a ton of makeup to change your face because you're beautiful anyway. Only give time to the people that matter the most to you and bring positivity into your life. I'm not saying to go and cut loved ones out of your life because they're going through a bad time or they come to you with negativity, like for instance, maybe if they're struggling with a relationship and they want to talk about their problems. I'm not saying to cut those people out of your life. I'm talking about the people that want to constantly put you for little things, or just want to belittle you, or very negative towards you and say bad things about you and try to make you feel down as a person. If you feel like there's someone that you don't trust, you don't like very much, they bring your moods down, maybe try and see them less. We only have 24 hours in the day, so be very selective with who you give your time to. This has to be the biggest game changer for me. And I don't chase people anymore. I spend less time with negative people and more time with people that will make me laugh, love me for me, and make me feel good about myself. Honestly, it has just changed my mood so much since doing this. This is one of my favourite things that I've put into place over the last 2 years, and that is to spend less money on things and more money on activities and experiences. So this is a way that I like to save my money. I like to experience life a little bit more and have more fun rather than just buying the next best dress or the next best tech gadget to make me feel happy, because honestly, you will find that if you're buying these things because you think, oh, they're going to make you happy, chances are once you get them, then the dopamine hit is going to go, and then you're just going to look for the next thing to buy to make you happy. And things just don't make us happy, to be honest. It is spending time with loved ones, doing things for you that you enjoy doing, going places, experiencing different things. You know what I mean? Like exploring and going on holidays and taking a day trip somewhere. Just all these little things will make you so much more happier than buying an object that's just going to lay around in your home and declutter up your home. Since embracing minimalism and decluttering my things, I've used the money to make from selling my stuff to enjoy life more. I have 2 holidays booked this year, take my kids out, go out with friends more, and I'm enjoying my life so much more than I used to. If you're feeling lost, it's probably because you're fearful of what will be. And to be honest, in the last few years, I have felt completely lost, but I've put some things into place to make me feel a little bit more like I'm on track and that I'm not so lost, if that makes sense to you. You might be thinking about starting a new job, moving home, taking a new holiday, or starting a new relationship, and just feeling a little bit fearful of if you take that step, then what will be. Just remember that nothing has to be forever. We might try something new and really love it, or we might try something new and totally regret it, but it is up to you. It is your life and it's your choice to change track. If you don't like that thing that you've started, you don't like that holiday that you've been on, you can just come home, or you don't like that new job, you can get another job. Do you know what I mean? Like, instead of just worrying about what will be, you're going to regret it more if you don't take that step, and you're just going to think, what if I did that? If you don't do that, does that make sense to you? I hope I'm making sense. You'll just never know until you try. So don't see it as failure, see it as progress, because it is a journey and we all live and learn. That's what life is all about. Just trust the process. Listen to your body and your gut instincts. Honestly, my gut tells me a lot. You might have been there in the past where you've felt like you want to say no to something and you get this horrible sort of feeling in your tummy. Well, that is your body's way of telling you, now this isn't good for you. So listen to your body, listen to these little messages that you get. If you get butterflies or little flutters in your heart, then that's just a good indicator that you're happy about this thing and you're excited as well. If you've been asked to do something and you're really not sure if to say yes or no, and you'll get that really strong feeling in your tummy, then just say no, because saying no is better than saying yes and then having that anxious feeling about having to tell somebody no, if that makes sense, because I've been there so many times in the past. And as I've got older, I've learned to trust my intuition. This is all about setting boundaries and having self-respect for yourself, learning to say no, because saying no is not selfish. You're thinking about you, because at the end of the day, who is going to look after you apart from yourself? So you need to say no. If you're not feeling good about this thing, then look after yourself, because like I said, no one's going to know truly how you feel inside, and it's not selfish to look after yourself because your mental health is really important. You can't change others. This has been one of the most freeing things, because I've started to realise that I can't change others and people's actions are not my fault. So if someone acts a certain way towards me, honestly, unless I've done something really bad or something really wrong, then it's not my fault that they're treating me that way, because you can't change others. And I've had to learn that you can't mold somebody into the perfect thing that you want, if that makes sense. So if you're not happy with somebody's personality, maybe try to love someone for their flaws, because this is possible at the end of the day. If you're constantly having a go at someone and putting them down and trying to mold them into something that you want, then you're just going to push them away. But sometimes we have to accept that we can't change people, and try to love them, their flaws and their bad points, as well as loving their good points. And honestly, what I said earlier about cutting toxic people out, that still stands. So if these people are completely toxic and you need to cut them out of your life, honestly do that. But if there is someone that you truly think is good for you and you truly want to keep them in your life, then try to accept that you can't change everything about them. You will unfortunately have to let certain people go, because it will drain your energy trying to change them to conform to what you want as well. I've had to let go of quite a few people in my life, unfortunately, and that is because I couldn't change those people to meet my needs or meet my wants, if that makes sense. And it's not because I'm demanding or selfish, it's because I have boundaries and I want to be treated a certain way and I don't want to be treated badly. And if I can see that these people are treating me badly and it's not my fault, then they just have to go, unfortunately. Accept that you're not perfect and neither am I. Who on earth is perfect at the end of the day? All we can do is just do our best I've tried to do my very best as a mother, a friend, a family member, a partner. It hasn't always worked out, but all I know is that I've tried to do my best, and it is, to be honest, I have not strived for perfection. I can't be perfect, and neither can you. So if you do something wrong, like we all make mistakes, just apologize for your mistakes. You can change things, but you don't have to strive for perfection. And don't wallow in guilt, because we all make mistakes and we can learn from it. Just see these as little life lessons, because like I said, you'll learn from these mistakes and you'll move on and you'll learn to be better. Honestly, it is all about just being your best self and trying your very best. Have a think about what you want. Have a little think. What are you drawn to? What are your likes and what are your dislikes? What do you enjoy doing the most? Sometimes it's really hard to know what you actually want, but I was listening to a podcast not so long ago, and something in that podcast really resonated with me, because it said sometimes if we're envious of someone or we're constantly criticizing someone about that certain thing, chances are then that's what we want for our life. So I'll give you a little example. I was constantly envious of people that had good relationships with their mum, and that was because I don't have that. I was always criticising people that got lots of help from their mums with their kids, and how come their mum and dad does everything for them, that sort of thing, and I can just cope on my own. And that is because I really wanted the help from my parents but didn't get it. Maybe you see someone that has lost loads of weight and they've posted lots of pictures of their gym routine or their eating habits or their new clothes that they can fit into, then chances are that maybe if you're over criticizing these people and you're constantly sort of having a go at them or having a go about them, then maybe that's what you want in your life. I'm not trying to be negative here, but that is something that I heard in that podcast. And it really did make me think about the things that I'm envious of and the things that I criticize people about as well. It does really make sense. Life isn't easy or hard. It is both. Sometimes life is great. Sometimes life isn't so great. But we have to learn to work through the hard times, because it won't be forever. Think of these as lessons that we can learn from. Forgive others. I've forgiven people because certain things were eating me up, affecting me negatively, making me miserable and wasting my time. Holding on to grudges and anger will only hurt you rather than somebody else, because if you're constantly angry about something that somebody did years and years ago, chances are they don't even know. They don't know what they've done unless you tell them. Chances are they don't even care. Sometimes we process these things, don't we? And we think, oh, I'm going to hold a grudge against this person because they, I don't know, stole money from me years and years ago. But they might not even know that you feel that way. And it's just eating you up inside. It's hurting you more than it is them. So let go of these little grudges, forgive people and move on, because honestly, free up your mental load and make you feel so much lighter and so much happier. And this next one is something that I've recently put into place, and that is, just because you're free doesn't mean that you have free time to give to others. Take that free time to do things just for you. Read a book or sit and watch the sunset. Go for a walk in nature. Take 5 minutes to do absolutely nothing. Just because you are free, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are free for others. Like, you can just take that time for yourself, and it is not selfish at all. And this is something that I've really struggled with over the last maybe 2 or 3 years. And I've learned that I can say no to people. So when my little girls are in school, I've got 6 hours and I choose that time just for me. So I'm very selective, very strict with who I give my time to, because those are the only hours really where I can have time to myself. I can get things done, like making these YouTube videos. If I start giving my free time to others, I'm literally not going to have any time to myself. I'm not going to be able to just recoup my energy. I'm constantly giving, filling from my own cup and never having anything back. So all my energy is just going to drain out of me. I'm never going to do anything that pleases me, if that makes sense. I'm only pleasing others. So I hope this makes sense to you. And if you've got any life lessons, please share them with me. I'm always looking for advice. And if you enjoyed this video, I think you'll get use out of this video too. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.